So the Halloween brownies are in the baking oven. The pineapple cake is in the roasting oven. The ironing is piled up on the Aga. The drying up is piled up on the Aga. The load of logs to go on the fire is piled up on the Aga. The cat is lying in front of the Aga and all is normal. So is everybody happy? Marvellous. Right, now we need something slightly different. American muffins. I love American recipes.
Sorry, just coming back to the cake baker.
Yeah.
You don't actually add water in there though, do you?
Not to bake a cake.
No, that's just for steaming.
I'm going to steam a pudding.
Right, okay.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're awake. So this is American muffins. This is banana and fudge muffins. So the first thing you do is you take a banana and you peel it. If you peel a banana from the base rather than from the stem, you don't get the lump at the end. If you watch a monkey peel a banana, they always peel it from the base. And it means you don't get any. And people look at you when you peel a banana the way they're not used to seeing it peeled, as if you have got 3 heads. So it's quite entertaining to peel a banana backwards. Mush it up with a fork. The basic American muffin recipe works with pretty much any flavourings. The basic American muffin recipe is ½ a pound of self-raising flour, and today I've got wholemeal, so it's healthy. With ½ pound of sugar, with 1 egg, and ½ a pint of liquid, of which half is fat, half is liquid. So I've got rapeseed oil and milk. I use rapeseed oil for everything these days because it's English. And because the poor old farmers need all the help they can get. I won't use olive oil anymore because it comes from folly. Whereas there's a guy in my village who makes this stuff. You could use melted butter instead of rapeseed oil. You could use yogurt or sour cream instead of the milk. You could use soya milk. You could use all sorts of things. And you just mix it together. You could add chocolate chips. You could add nuts.
Could I just ask, in here it says ½ a pint sunflower oil, is that meant to be a quarter?
Yeah, well spotted. I'm not here because I'm a good typist. Well done everybody, thank you for that. So I put the banana in and then I've got some toffee sauce. This is salted caramel dessert sauce. Oh dear. Try sandwiching the meringues together with this stuff. It's just peanut butter. Salted caramel dessert sauce. Pass it round. Don't stick your fingers in or else we'll have to throw it away before we put it on the meringues. The great thing about making American muffins is you mix it together, but you don't stir it together till it's beautifully mixed. I mean, this is just my sort of recipe. You mix it together until there are still some lumps. If you haven't got any lumps in your American muffins, they're not going to work. They've got to be lumpy. And I've got a muffin tray, which I've lined with paper cases. You can get silicone cases to line them with, but then if you have silicone cases, somebody always throws one away by mistake. So you might as well stick with paper. And you can get very jolly pretty paper ones. And depending upon how big you like your muffins, you can either fill 12 muffin cases with sort of English cupcake size doses, or you can fill 10 with American Starbucks size doses, depending on how you go. It's always better to fill them not too much at the beginning, and you can always go back with a bit extra, rather than overfilling them right from the beginning and only having enough to fill 4. You could put grated carrot in these. You could put grated courgette in these. You could put grated beetroot in these. Beetroot is terribly, terribly fashionable this year. Has anybody noticed that? Everywhere you look, there's beetroot. I do a chocolate brownie with beetroot in, which is...
They always put it with lamb. I don't particularly like beetroot with lamb. It doesn't seem right to me.
Beetroot is lovely with horseradish. We've acquired a vegetarian, and I do beetroot for her where I roast the beetroot and I put it into giant Yorkshire puddings. I mix it up with some cream cheese, softened Aga, and some horseradish. And then you put grated cheese on top and you grill it. And my vegetarian quite likes that. It's a bit of an effort, but then I love her. So there are my American muffins ready to bake. These need to bake quite quickly. So they can either go in your roasting oven of your 2-oven Aga. Don't put these into the roasting tin. You don't want to shield them from the heat. So in your 2-oven Aga, you put them on the oven shelf, and they put the oven shelf on the floor of the oven, and they bake quite quickly. If you've got a baking oven, they can go fairly high up in your baking oven for an extra 5 minutes. So these are going to go in. What I've done is I've got the oven shelf on the second runners in the baking oven. In all the recipes where we refer to a specific shelf, it's always the first, the second, the third, the fourth. Always count down from the top. So if the recipe says the third runners, it's the third down, not the third up. And because hot air rises, it's quite important to get the right place in the oven. So the muffins go in on the rack on the second runners. You can't put the rack on the top runners because the muffins will rise and stick to the roof of the oven.